following is a feature presentation of the Replay Sports Channel, the home for great games.
This episode of the Replay Sports Channel is being brought to you by Royal Retros, your ultimate one-stop shop representing the teams of the past. Head on over to Royal Retros today and use the discount code REPLAY to get 10% off your purchase. The link will be provided in the show's description. Hello, hockey fans. Welcome back to Replay Sports Channel's coverage of our NHL 67 Replay Game of the Week. We have the Philadelphia Flyers traveling north of the border to take on the Montreal Canadiens. It's November 4th, 1967. We're here at the Montreal Forum. I'm Glenn Walker, joining you from the Replay Sports Channel studios, and we're going to head over rinkside shortly and get ready to play using Action PC Hockey. Setting the scene for you, the Philadelphia Flyers, part of that big expansion movement in 1967, coming into today's game with a record of 4-1-3. They are currently second in the Western Conference, 1 point behind the St. Louis Blues. They are 1-1-1 on the road. They are coached by Keith Allen. The Montreal Canadiens, coached by the legendary head coach Toe Blake, currently in 5th place in the Eastern Conference, 3 points behind the Blackhawks. They are 2-1-2 at the Forum this season. So we're going to go ahead and take you over ice side and get you ready for the puck drop between the Flyers and the Canadiens here on NHL 67 Replay Hockey Game of the Week. And before we join the announcing crew at the Montreal Forum, some other games, some out-of-town scoreboard items to let you know. Los Angeles will be in Minnesota. The North Stars, perfect start at home, 4 wins, no losses, no ties. Bauman, their goalie, leads the league in the goals against category, .46 to start the season. Pittsburgh Penguins are at the Oakland Seals. Seals, tough start this season, 0-8-2. The Red Wings will be at St. Louis. The Blues are in first place in the West, 4-0-1 at home. The Rangers will be at Toronto. Toronto's Walton leads the league in scoring, 4 goals and 11 assists. So that'll be the out-of-town scoreboard. Make sure to stay with us post-game, and we'll go over all the details of those game results. But again, our commentary game coming to you tonight from the Montreal Forum, Flyers and the Canadiens, coming up right now.
The ref drops the puck. Angodi wins the face-off. J. Watson takes it over the blue line. To Dornhofer. Dornhofer to Selby. Watson in possession. Sends it to Angodi. Pass to Selby. J.C. Tremblay nails him. Montreal in control. Philadelphia is furious with the hit. J.C. Tremblay deep in the defensive zone. Cournoyer in possession. Sent ahead to open ice. Picked up by Duff. Duff gains the zone. Pass to Cournoyer. Cournoyer in possession. Laperriere with control. Shoots the puck. Hits the post. Van Impe with it now. Philadelphia gets new skaters over the boards. Watson in the neutral zone. He misplayed the puck. Montreal in the neutral zone. Harper in possession. Harper dumps it to the near corner. Backstrom gets the puck. Shoots. Saved by Parent. And he covers it up. Here's the puck drop. Battling for possession. Montreal comes away with it. Provost in possession. Shoots through traffic. Parent saves it. And he'll freeze the puck. Face off in the Philadelphia zone. The linesman drops the puck. Sutherland wins the face off. Watson skating with it. Passes to Blackburn. Delivers it to Kennedy. Watson has control. Cournoyer takes him into the boards. Penalty called. Cournoyer 5 o'clock, checking from behind. Montreal penalty to number 12, Ivan Cournoyer, 5 minutes for checking from behind, time of the penalty, 2 minutes 2 seconds. Hoekstra versus Lemaire. Lemaire wins the face-off. Harris wants to clear it. To Provost. He overskates the puck. Blackburn with possession. Blackburn with control. With a shot. Saved by Worsley. Loose in front. Hoekstra has the puck. With a hard pass to Misuk. Rockefort has the puck. Misuk has control. Just flings it at the net. Goes wide. Provost in possession. He's forced to clear the puck. Zeidel in possession. Philadelphia on the power play. Rockefort gains the zone. Moves it to Zeidel. Blackburn gathers in the puck. Blackburn has the puck. Shoots it. What a save by Worsley. Loose in front. Hoekstra in possession. Blackburn trying to create. Shoots at SC. Gump Worsley saves it. Montreal with it now. Steered back out of the zone. The power play continues for Philadelphia. Misuk gains the zone. Sends it to Zeidel. To Blackburn. Under pressure. Blackburn can't control it. Provost in possession. Provost bangs it off the boards and out. Rolling towards the net. Gloved and held by Parent. The linesman drops the puck. Backstrom wins the face-off. Jill Tremblay in possession. Loose puck. The power play continues for Philadelphia. Angodi gains the zone. The play was offside. Face-off in the neutral zone. Angodi wins the face-off. Philadelphia power play. Dashing down the side is Dornhofer. Angodi dumps it to the near corner. They'll chase it down. Worsley will play it. Passed out to J.C. Tremblay. Montreal is on its heels. J.C. Tremblay has it. J.C. Tremblay turns and shoots it back out. They'll bring it back up ice. Angodi over the line. To Selby. One-timer. Blocked by Harper. Jill Tremblay gets control. Sent back out of the Montreal zone. It goes all the way down. Montreal brings new skaters over the boards. They'll bring it back up ice. Selby in control. Laperriere hits him into the boards. Montreal in control. Montreal is on the penalty kill. Laperriere in possession. Chipped on ahead to Lemaire. Lemaire takes it over the line. To Provost. He lost the puck. Both teams change lines. They'll bring it back up ice. Zeidel looks to make a play. To Blackburn. To Hoekstra. Harris checks him against the boards. Montreal in possession. T. Harris skates in the neutral zone. Gains the attacking zone. Passes it to Rousseau. Rousseau is hit by Zeidel. Philadelphia has control. Montreal changes on the go. Philadelphia is on the power play. Hoekstra has the puck. Hoekstra hit hard by Backstrom. Montreal has the puck now. Backstrom gains the zone. With a hard pass to J.C. Tremblay. J. Tremblay has control. Rockefort with a huge hit on J. Tremblay. Philadelphia in possession. Montreal returns to full strength. Cournoyer is back on the ice. Philadelphia with a line change. Peters skating in his own end. Peters trying to create. Poked away by Duff. Free puck. Sutherland and J.C. Tremblay are battling for control. J.C. Tremblay wins the battle. To Harper. Harper turns and shoots it back out. And all the way down. Peters speeds up the ice. Passed it to open ice. Peters recovers it. Peters with a wrist shot. Denied by Worsley. J.C. Tremblay has the puck. Both teams change lines. Savard in possession. Passed out of the zone to Beliveau. Plays it to Cournoyer at the blue line. Beliveau has the puck. Van Imp plays him out. Penalty called. Van Imp 2 o'clock, cross-checking. Philadelphia penalty to Ed Van Imp, 2 minutes for cross-checking, time of the penalty, 8 minutes 15 seconds. Kennedy versus Beliveau. The linesman drops the puck. Battling in the face-off circle. Philadelphia gets possession. Zeidel turns and shoots it back out. It goes all the way down. Both teams change lines. They'll bring it back up ice. To J.C. Tremblay. He lost an edge and went down. Philadelphia trying to kill the penalty. LaForge gets control. LaForge is knocked off the puck by Harper. Montreal has the puck. Cournoyer has the puck. Cournoyer looking to make a play. With a shot. Parent saves it. Parent can't control it. Knocked away by Zeidel. Duff in possession. Gives to J.C. Tremblay. Cournoyer has control. Duff with the puck. Wins up and fires SC. Saved by Parent. Parent leaves a rebound. Loose puck in front of the net. Gauthier gets it out. Cournoyer in possession. Cournoyer with the puck. Shoots the puck. Gets the stick on it. Loose puck in the goalie's crease. Hoekstra in possession. Hoekstra takes it over the blue line. Comes across offside. The linesman drops the puck. Kennedy wins the face-off. Philadelphia is on the penalty kill. J. Watson gains the zone. Gets it to Kennedy. F. Kennedy has it. F. Kennedy is knocked off the puck by Rousseau. Montreal has control. Philadelphia returns to full strength. Van Imp is back on the ice. Harris skates up ice. Forced to move it ahead. Rousseau picks it up. Passes to Beliveau. To Gilles Tremblay. To Rousseau. To Harris. Harris with a slap shot SC. Wide of the net. Dornhofer in possession. Both teams change on the fly. Blackburn skates in the neutral zone. Grant nails him. Montreal in possession. Montreal in the neutral zone. T. Harris carries it into the zone. Delivers it to Richard. Harris passes it to Grant. Gets it to Rousseau. Winds up a slap shot. Deflected by Richard. Goes wide of the net. Watson has the puck now. Both teams change lines. Philadelphia over the line. Offside. The linesman drops the puck. Angodi wins the face-off. Philadelphia has control. Dornhofer skates with the puck. Angodi dumps it to the near corner. Worsley leaves the net to play it. Passes it to Harris. Lemaire sets up the breakout. Provost has control. Provost shoots high off the glass and out. All the way to the other end. Philadelphia line change. Blackburn has the puck. Slides it to Van Impe. Sutherland skates in the neutral zone. He lost the puck. Montreal in the neutral zone. J. Ferguson gains the zone. Ferguson has control. J.C. Tremblay has the puck. Shoots the puck. Deflected out of play by Parent. Face-off in the Philadelphia zone. Tied up in the face-off circle. Beliveau kicks it out. But Philadelphia comes away with it. Misuk setting up the breakout. Dornhofer controls it in his defensive zone. Slapped hard around the boards. Play is tied up along the boards. Selby recovers the puck. Passes to Dornhofer. Slides it to Misuk. Dornhofer in trouble. He misplayed it. Both teams send out new skaters. J. Ferguson gains the zone. With a pass to Lemaire. To Provost. Shoots. It goes wide of the net. Angodi in possession. Passes it to Hicks. Clears it to the neutral zone. Backstrom gains the zone. To Jill Tremblay. Jill Tremblay is being pressured. Penalty called. Parent 2 o'clock, roughing. He roughed Rousseau in front of the net. Peters will serve the 2 minutes. Philadelphia penalty to Bernie Parent, 2 minutes for roughing. The penalty is served by Gary Peters. Time of the penalty, 13 minutes 53 seconds. The puck is dropped. Hoekstra wins the face-off. No score yet in this one. Passes to LaForge. LaForge sends it back out. Philadelphia changes on the fly. Harper has it. Conservative pass to Rousseau. To Jill Tremblay. Delivers it to Beliveau. G. Tremblay gets control of the puck. Moves it to Laperriere. Slides it to G. Tremblay. G. Tremblay is knocked off the puck by Kennedy. Philadelphia in possession. Misuk in possession. Rousseau drills Misuk. Montreal in possession. Montreal in the neutral zone. Both teams change lines. Duff carries it over the blue line. Passes the puck to Cournoyer. Shoots SC. Stick save. Loose puck in the crease. Watson in possession. Philadelphia is short-handed. Watson in possession. Cleared out of trouble by Watson. Philadelphia line change. Still looking for the first goal. They'll bring it back up ice. Montreal over the line. Comes across offside. Face-off in the neutral zone. Tied up in the face-off circle. Philadelphia wins the draw. Kennedy clears it. Clears it all the way down the ice. Philadelphia returns to full strength. Peters is back on the ice. Montreal changing. Ferguson in the neutral zone. Savard with the puck. Passes the puck to J. Ferguson. Passes to Lemaire. Delivers it to J. Ferguson. J. Ferguson is hit by Peters. Philadelphia controls it. Philadelphia in the neutral zone. Peters has control. Softly dumped to the corner. Worsley will play it. Passes it behind the net for Harris. T. Harris takes it over. Ferguson has it. Savard has the puck. Shoots low. Saved and held by Parent. Face-off in the Philadelphia zone. Battling in the face-off circle. Hoekstra kicks it out. But Montreal comes away with it. Cournoyer in possession. Cournoyer looks for help. Shoots it. Parent stops it. And he'll freeze the puck. The linesman drops the puck. Still battling for possession. Richard kicks it out. Laperriere with possession. Laperriere with a wrist shot. Gloved and held by Parent. Face-off in the Philadelphia zone. Tied up. Montreal comes away with it. Savard has control. Savard in possession. Savard with a wrist shot. Stick save. Gauthier has control. Philadelphia line change. Skating with it. Shot into the corner by Gauthier. Laforge comes away with the puck. Passes to Hoekstra. Hoekstra with a slap shot. Deflected out of play by Worsley. Face-off in the Montreal zone. The puck is dropped. Beliveau wins the face-off. Carries the puck on his stick. In trouble. Softly dumped to the corner. Beliveau recovers the puck. Passes it to Cournoyer. Fires a slap shot. Wide of the net. Watson in possession. Philadelphia changes on the fly. Watson in the defensive zone. J. Watson in possession. Cournoyer drives him into the wall. Montreal in possession. Montreal in the neutral zone. D. Grant in possession. Forced to move it ahead. Richard picks it up. Shoots hoping for a rebound. Saved and held by Parent. Face-off in the Philadelphia zone. Backstrom wins the face-off. 1 minute remaining in the first period. LaPerriere in possession. LaPerriere with a slap shot. Saved and held by Parent. Beliveau is removed from the circle. Cournoyer will take the draw. Cournoyer wins the face-off. Beliveau in possession. Plays it to J.C. Tremblay. Shoots the puck. Blocked by Angodi. Angodi has control. Philadelphia line change. Still looking for the first goal. With a hard pass to Rockeford. Rockeford clears it. J.C. Tremblay carries it down the side. Both teams change lines. Backstrom gathers in the puck. Shot in by Backstrom. Jill Tremblay wins the race to the puck. End of the period. Score after the first period, Philadelphia 0, Montreal 0, shots on goal in the first period, Philadelphia 5, Montreal 14. Face-off upcoming at center ice. Angodi wins the face-off. Watson steers it in deep. Selby comes away with the puck. Plays it to Dornhofer. Selby has the puck. Sutherland on as an extra attacker. Selby in possession. Van Imp with it now. Shoots the puck. Worsley covers up the 5-hole. And he'll freeze it. Penalty called. Cournoyer 2 o'clock, interference. Montreal penalty to number 12, Ivan Cournoyer, 2 minutes for interference. Face-off in the Montreal zone. Lemaire wins the face-off. Cleared out of trouble by Provost. Van Imp has the puck. Chip back along the boards to Blackburn. Rockefort skates up ice. Blackburn over the line. Passes to Hoekstra. Passes to Blackburn. To Van Imp. Delivers it to Rockefort. Rockefort with a wrist shot. Stoned by Worsley. Allows a rebound. Knocked away by T. Harris. Hoekstra has control. Gauthier has control. Shoots the puck into traffic. Glove save by Worsley. Allows a rebound. Knocked away by Savard. Rockefort has the puck. Van Impe has control. Van Impe with a wrist shot. Wide of the post. Hoekstra in possession. Gauthier with the puck. Gauthier with a wrist shot. Missed the net. Harris in possession. Plays it to Provost. Provost sends it back out. Montreal with a line change. Philadelphia power play. Rockefort in control. Wins up and fires. Denied by Worsley. Montreal has control. Montreal just clears the puck. Dornhofer gains the attacking zone. Selby is being pressured. Selby is hit by Gilles Tremblay. Montreal in possession. Montreal returns to full strength. Cournoyer is back on the ice. Sends it to J.C. Tremblay. J.C. Tremblay clears it. Passes to Watson. Watson sends it clear. Clears it all the way down. Icing called on the touch-up. Lemaire is removed from the circle. Ferguson will take the draw. Face-off in the Philadelphia zone. Ferguson wins the face-off. Lemaire in possession. Shoots. Blocked by Misuk. Misuk has the puck. The puck is frozen along the boards. We have a fight. Dornhofer and Ferguson. Lots of punches landed. Ferguson and Dornhofer. Ferguson is in trouble. The ref intervenes. The penalties. Dornhofer 5 minutes, fighting. Ferguson 5 minutes, fighting. Philadelphia penalty to Gary Dornhofer, 5 minutes for fighting. Montreal penalty to John Ferguson, 5 minutes for fighting. Hoekstra versus Beliveau. Montreal wins it cleanly. J.C. Tremblay has the puck. J.C. Tremblay trying to create. With a high slap shot. Parent makes the save and holds on. Angoti versus Richard. Richard wins the face-off. Laperriere in possession. Laperriere with a slap shot. Parent saves it. Parent can't control it. Cournoyer in possession. J.C. Tremblay in control. J.C. Tremblay with a wrist shot. Blocker save. Watson has the puck now. Both teams change on the fly. Hoekstra in the neutral zone. Hoekstra is hit by Harper. Montreal in possession. Montreal in the neutral zone. Harper has the puck. Flipped into the corner by Harper. Near the boards trying to win the puck. Van Impe gets it back behind the net. Both teams change lines. Sutherland at center ice Sutherland is hit by Gilles Tremblay. Montreal in possession. Montreal in the neutral zone. Savard has control. Savard dumps it to the near corner. Gilles Tremblay recovers it. Gives to Backstrom. Backstrom with a wrist shot. A save by Parent. Loose puck in the crease. Backstrom controls the puck. To Gilles Tremblay. Rousseau has control. Laperriere looking to make a play. Shoots the puck. Parent makes the save and holds on. The puck is dropped. Tied up. Montreal wins the draw. Laperriere controls the puck. Laperriere with the puck. With a high slap shot. A save by Parent. Rockefort has the puck. Angoti takes it through center ice. To Gauthier. Plays it to Selby at the right point. Selby takes a slap shot. Weak shot. Gump Worsley saves it. Montreal has the puck. Montreal just clears it. Philadelphia with the line change. F. Kennedy takes it across the blue line. Slides it to Peters. Back to Gauthier at the point. L.E. Grosbill checks him against the glass. Penalty called. Beliveau 2 o'clock, elbowing. Montreal penalty to number 4, Jean Beliveau, 2 minutes for elbowing, time of the penalty, 5 minutes 50 seconds. Face off in the Montreal zone. Still battling for possession. Montreal comes away with it. Provost skates in the neutral zone. Tightly checked by Misuk. Misuk steals it. Philadelphia in the neutral zone. The power play continues for Philadelphia. Hoekstra takes it over. Gets it to Zeidel. Steered back to Hicks at the point. Hicks coughs up the puck. Controlled by Lemaire. Lemaire has a breakaway. Wide open ice. Makes a move. Lemaire shoots it. Gloved and held by Parent. Face off in the Philadelphia zone. Lemaire wins the face off. Provost has the puck. Sends it to Lemaire. He overskates the puck. Philadelphia changes on the go. Selby gains the offensive zone. Moves it to Angodi. Passes it to Rockefort. Selby to Van Imp. Plays it to Rockefort. Rockefort shoots hot. J.C. Tremblay with a nice shot block. Gauthier in possession. Gauthier in control. Shoots the puck. Denied by Worsley. Allows a rebound. Battling for the puck. Back to Selby. Shoots hot. Worsley saves it. Loose puck in the crease. Knocked away by J. Tremblay. Van Imp in possession. Van Imp has control. Lets it fly towards the net. Barely saved by Worsley. Worsley leaves a rebound. Scrambling for the puck. Selby has control. Angodi looking to make a play. Takes a slap shot. Saved and held by Worsley. The linesman drops the puck. Peters wins the face-off. Philadelphia power play. Laforge with the puck. Montreal returns to full strength. Beliveau is back on the ice. Laforge with possession. Watson has control. Winds up a slap shot. Saved by Worsley. Loose in front. Battling for the puck. Jill Tremblay has control. Skates up ice. In trouble. Jill Tremblay will dump it in. Beliveau recovers the puck. Takes a shot SC. Saved by Parent. Hangs onto the puck. Face off in the Philadelphia zone. Battling for possession. Montreal gets possession. J.C. Tremblay in possession. Shoots it. Denied by Parent. Philadelphia has control. Philadelphia plays it off the glass and out. Laperriere gains the offensive zone. Passes to Beliveau. To Cournoyer. Laperriere has the puck. To Beliveau. With a pass to Cournoyer. Cournoyer shoots high SC. Blackburn drops down and blocks it. Laforge in possession. Philadelphia line change. Sutherland between the blue lines. Taken away by Cournoyer. Montreal in the neutral zone. G. Tremblay controls it. Shot in behind the Philadelphia net. They'll chase it down. Rousseau gets it on the end boards. To J.C. Tremblay. He can't control it. Delivers it to Sutherland. Sutherland clears it. That's icing. Angodi versus Beliveau. The linesman drops the puck. Beliveau wins the face-off. Cournoyer gets control of the puck. Cournoyer with a slap shot. Parent saves it. Sweeps it behind to Watson. Philadelphia with a line change. Zeidel behind the Philadelphia net. Philadelphia controls the puck. Zeidel gains the zone. Sends it to Angodi. Wins up and shoots. Great save by Worsley. Freezes the puck. Face off in the Montreal zone. Tension on the ice. Angodi wins the face off. Angodi with it now. Angodi is knocked off the puck by Provost. Montreal in control. Loose puck. Van Impe and Lemaire are tied up along the boards. Lemaire gains possession. Lemaire in the neutral zone. Lemaire is hit by Van Impe. Philadelphia has the puck. Philadelphia in the neutral zone. Both teams change lines. Hoekstra in the neutral zone. Provost with a huge hit on Hoekstra. Montreal has the puck. Montreal in the neutral zone. Cournoyer gains the zone. Passes the puck to Richard. The puck is frozen along the boards. We have a fight. Gauthier and Laperriere. They're separated. No clear winner in that fight. The penalties. Gauthier 5 minutes, fighting. Laperriere 5 minutes, fighting. Getting chippy out there. Philadelphia penalty to Jean Gauthier, 5 minutes for fighting. Montreal penalty to Jacques Laperriere, 5 minutes for fighting. Time of the penalties, 11 minutes 31 seconds. Tension on the ice. The linesman drops the puck. Hoekstra wins the face-off. No score yet in this one. Dashing down the side is. Shot into the corner by Masuk. Worsley skates back to play it. Sends it out to Beliveau. Beliveau in his own zone. Cournoyer in possession. Sent back safely to open ice. Picked up by Duff. Harper gets the puck off the boards. With a hard pass to Cournoyer. To Harper. Harper with a hard pass to Beliveau. To Duff. Shoots the puck. Off target right. Hoekstra in possession. Philadelphia line change. Zeidel looks to make a play. Masuk gains the zone. Offside. Lemaire is removed from the circle. Ferguson will take the draw. The linesman drops the puck. Ferguson wins the face-off. J. Ferguson with control. Angodi drills J. Ferguson. Philadelphia in possession. Philadelphia in the neutral zone. Philadelphia with a line change. To Rockefort. Dumped into the corner. And they give up possession. Provost over the line. Lemaire with the puck. With a high slap shot. Glove save. Hangs onto the puck. Angodi versus Beliveau. Beliveau wins the face-off. JC Tremblay has it. JC Tremblay with a slap shot. Blocked by Zeidel. Angoti with control. Both teams change lines. Zeidel behind the Philadelphia net. Blackburn in possession. Fires it. Saved by Worsley. And he'll just freeze it. Sutherland versus Beliveau. Philadelphia wins it cleanly. Sutherland controls it. Sutherland hit hard by Savard. Montreal in possession. Cournoyer gains the zone. Cournoyer with possession. Savard in possession. Wins up and shoots. And deflects to Duff. Redirected by Duff. Missed wide. Van Impe has it. Both teams change lines. Misuk in his own zone. Misuk is hit by Harris. Penalty called. Harris 2 o'clock, roughing. Toe Blake is arguing that one. Montreal penalty to Ted Harris, 2 minutes for roughing, time of the penalty, 14 minutes 55 seconds. Face-off in the Montreal zone. Hoekstra wins the face-off. No score yet in this one. Passes to Hoekstra. Fires it. Blocked by Provost. Gets it back but can't hold the zone. Rockefort has the puck. Philadelphia with the line change. Gives to Selby. He lost it. Lemaire has control. Misuk bodies him into the boards. Philadelphia in possession. Selby in control. Misuk has control. Wins up and shoots SC. He scores. Misuk ripped a slap shot by him. Goal number 3 on the year for Misuk. Assisted by Selby. Philadelphia power play goal by John Misuk, number 3 of the season, assisted by Britt Selby, time of the goal 15 minutes 57 seconds. The ref drops the puck. Hoekstra wins the face-off. Watson setting up the breakout. Philadelphia has it. Van Impe skates down the ice. Puts on the brakes and retreats. Softly dumped to the corner. Worsley will play it. Leaves it behind the net for Harris. Beliveau sets up the breakout. Harper in possession. Clears it to the neutral zone. Philadelphia changing. To Misuk. In danger. Misuk overskates the puck. Duff sets up the breakout. Harper with possession. Passed out of the zone to Duff. Duff gains the zone. Slides it to Harper. To Duff. Duff passes the puck to Cournoyer. Cournoyer passes to Cournoyer. Chips it towards the net. Saved by Parent. Holds on for a face-off. Sutherland versus Lemaire. Sutherland wins the face-off. Skates down the ice. Turns back with the puck. He just gets it deep. Sutherland comes away with the puck. Sutherland with a slap shot SC. Off target right. Ferguson in possession. Lemaire gets control. Drop pass for JC Tremblay. Passes the puck to Provost. Sent back to Lemaire at the point. Van Impe checks him by the boards. Philadelphia with it now. Philadelphia with the line change. Watson sets up the breakout. Kennedy in possession. Plays it to Watson. Watson in possession. Watson in possession. Shoots. LaPerriere blocks the shot. JC Tremblay in possession. Both teams change lines. Savard looks to make a play. Cournoyer carries the puck on his stick. To Beliveau. Passes the puck to Cournoyer. Cournoyer with a slap shot. Denied by Parent. Leaves it behind the net for Zeidel. Hoekstra over the line. Pass to Rockefort. Slides it to Van Impe. Van Impe to Zeidel. Zeidel hit hard by Duff. Montreal controls the puck. Duff sets up the breakout. Circles behind the goalie. And skates up ice. Shot hard around the boards. Cournoyer wins the race to the puck. Cournoyer with a slap shot SC. Wide of the net. 1 minute remaining in the second period. Cournoyer has control. With a pass to Beliveau. Savard in possession. Beliveau has the puck. Beliveau with a wrist shot SC. Saved by Parent. Allows a rebound. Van Impe in possession. Both teams send out new skaters. Dornhofer gets control. Plays it along the wall to Misuk. Misuk stick handles up ice. On Goaty to Dornhofer. To Selby. Misuk has control. Misuk is hit by JC Tremblay. Montreal in possession. J. Tremblay gains the zone with the puck. Passes to Lemaire. Lemaire in possession. JC Tremblay in control. JC Tremblay with a slapper. Parent makes the save and holds on. The linesman drops the puck. Backstrom wins the face-off. Rousseau in possession. To JC Tremblay. JC Tremblay with a slap shot. Saved by Parent. Save number 30 for Parent. And he'll freeze it. Face off in the Philadelphia zone. Angoti versus Beliveau. The linesman drops the puck. Tied up in the face-off circle. Beliveau kicks it out. But Philadelphia comes away with it. Philadelphia will let time expire. That wraps up the period. Score after the second period, Philadelphia 1, Montreal 0, shots on goal in the second period, Philadelphia 13, Montreal 16. Face-off upcoming at center ice. Battling in the face-off circle. Philadelphia has it now. Van Impe in the defensive zone. Van Impe has control. Watson starts up ice. Van Impe moves it across the blue line. To Watson. Gets it to Selby. Angoti has the puck. To Dornhofer. Passes the puck to Selby. Selby shoots it. Redirected by Angoti SC. Missed, on the end boards now. Gets it back but can't hold the zone. Van Impe in possession. Dornhofer carries it over the blue line. Passes to Selby. Gets it to Watson. Under pressure. Watson can't control it. Cournoyer sets up the breakout. J.C. Tremblay controls the puck. Slides it to Cournoyer. Cournoyer over the line. Moves it to J.C. Tremblay. Passes to Beliveau. Beliveau passes it to Cournoyer. Cournoyer plays it to J.C. Tremblay. J.C. Tremblay passes it to Cournoyer. Wrist shot. Parent saves it. And will get a face-off. Face-off in the Philadelphia zone. Lemaire wins the face-off. J.C. Tremblay has control. Gets it to Provost. Lemaire gathers in the puck. J.C. Tremblay looking to make a play. Fires a slap shot. Parent covers up the 5-hole. Freezes the puck. Face-off in the Philadelphia zone. Hoekstra wins the face-off. Van Impe in his own zone. Philadelphia controls it. Hoekstra gains the zone. To LaForge. To Watson. Watson pass to Hoekstra. Hoekstra passes to LaForge. To Hoekstra. Slap shot. Worsley with a kick save. Provost in possession. J. Ferguson carries it over the blue line. To Provost. To Lemaire. Penalty called. Rockefeller 2 o'clock, interference. Philadelphia penalty to Leon Rockefeller, 2 minutes for interference, time of the penalty, 1 minute 55 seconds. Hoekstra versus Beliveau. Tied up in the face-off circle. Montreal comes away with it. Montreal is on the power play. Rousseau controls it. Rousseau in possession. Passes it to J.C. Tremblay. Passes the puck to Beliveau. Gilles Tremblay with the puck. Shoots at SC. Laforge with a nice shot block. Gilles Tremblay controls the puck. J.C. Tremblay with possession. Shoots. Gauthier blocks the shot. Beliveau in possession. Gilles Tremblay in possession. Shoots from near the goal line. Off target right. The puck bounces back to center. Beliveau in possession. Beliveau takes it over the line. Sends it to Rousseau. Rousseau has control. J. Tremblay gathers in the puck. Passes to Rousseau. Hoekstra checks Rousseau. Philadelphia in possession. Philadelphia is on the penalty kill. Sent back out of the zone. It goes all the way down. Both teams change on the fly. Duff skating with the puck. Cournoyer has control. Laperriere with the puck. Laperriere with a wrist shot. Van Imp blocks the shot. Over the glass. And out of play. Face-off in the Philadelphia zone. Kennedy wins the face-off. Kennedy has the puck. The puck moves back out of the zone. Philadelphia returns to full strength. Rockefort is back on the ice. Laperriere has the puck. Shot in behind the Philadelphia net. Parent will control the puck. Sweeps it behind to Watson. Penalty called. Dornhofer 2 o'clock, cross-checking. Philadelphia penalty to Gary Dornhofer, 2 minutes for cross-checking, time of the penalty, 4 minutes 15 seconds.
As far as I'm concerned, we have been working.
Face-off in the Philadelphia zone. Angoti wins the face-off. Kennedy has the puck. Gives to Misuk. Misuk clears it. Montreal with a line change. T. Harper takes it over the blue line. Just barely onside. Passes the puck to J.C. Tremblay. Takes a shot. Parent saves it. J. Tremblay with 8 shots, no goals. Rebound. Cournoyer has the puck now. Cournoyer looking to make a play. Cournoyer with the wraparound shot SC. Stick save. Rebound. Backstrom with it now. Passes to Harper. Cournoyer has the puck. J.C. Tremblay has the puck.
I'll be right there, hold on.
Shoots it. Parent saves it. Deflected out of play by Parent. Face off in the Philadelphia zone. Battling for possession. Philadelphia wins it. Hoekstra hurried and lost the puck. Gilles Tremblay with possession. Passes it to Rousseau. Beliveau has the puck. Beliveau controls the puck. Shoots SC. Stopped by Parent. Philadelphia has control. Moved back out of harm's way. Both teams change on the fly. Duff takes it over the blue line. Delivers it to Cournoyer. Cournoyer is nailed by Gauthier. Philadelphia in possession. Misuk has the puck now. Backstrom hits him into the boards. Montreal with possession. Cournoyer in possession. Backstrom has control. Shoots the puck. Kick save by Parent. Allows a rebound. Knocked away by Misuk. Cournoyer in possession. Kennedy broke his stick. Philadelphia returns to full strength. Dornhofer is back on the ice. Cournoyer with it now. Harris in possession. Harris with a slap shot. Parent saves it. Sweeps it behind the net for Misuk. Both teams change on the fly. Carried ahead by Misuk. Angodi takes it over. Passes it to Selby. Selby plays it to Angodi. To Dornhofer. Dornhofer sends it to Misuk. Shoots from a bad angle. Worsley saves it. And will get a face-off. Sutherland versus Lemaire. The linesman drops the puck. Sutherland wins the face-off. Blackburn has the puck. Van Imp with the puck. Shoots. Loves it. Sends it out to Lemaire. Lemaire looks to make something happen. Ferguson skating in his own end. Savard will send it deep. They'll chase it down. Battling for the puck in the corner. Lemaire gets it behind the net. Passes to Provost. Moves the puck to Savard. Savard passes to Ferguson. Ferguson passes to Ferguson. Shoots it. Deflected out of play by Parent. Face off in the Philadelphia zone. Tension on the ice. Angodi wins the face off. Selby skates at center. They lost the puck. Montreal in the neutral zone. Duff gains the zone. Tense on the ice. Passes to Harper. Passes it to Cournoyer. Gets it to Beliveau. The puck is jammed along the boards. We have a fight. Van Imp and Harper. Harper with a great right cross. Van Imp is struggling. Harper is winning this fight. They're separated after some good punches. The penalties. Van Imp 5 minutes, fighting. Harper 5 minutes, fighting. Philadelphia penalty to Ed Van Imp, 5 minutes for fighting. Montreal penalty to Terry Harper, 5 minutes for fighting. Time of the penalties, 8 minutes 3 seconds. Face off in the Philadelphia zone. Still battling for possession. Philadelphia has it now. LaForge with the puck. Hoekstra skates up ice. LaForge will dump it in. Worsley will play it. Puts it behind the net for J.C. Tremblay. J. Tremblay has the puck. J. Tremblay hit hard by Hoekstra. Philadelphia has the puck now. Philadelphia in the neutral zone. Hoekstra has the puck. Tightly checked by Laperriere. Gets around him. Hoekstra takes it through center ice. Rockefort has the puck. Rockefort has control. Rockefort with the wraparound SC. Goal. Poor defense led to that goal. Goal number 2 on the year for Rockefort. Assisted by Zeidel and Hoekstra. Philadelphia goal scored by Leon Rockefort, number 2 of the season, assisted by Larry Zeidel, and by Ed Hoekstra, time of the goal 9 minutes 12 seconds. Face-off upcoming at center ice. Angodi wins the face-off. Angodi has the puck. Angodi just clears it. All the way to the other end. Ferguson has it. Clears it to the neutral zone. Philadelphia changes players on the fly. Passes to Hoekstra. He had it bounce over his stick. J. Tremblay moves it across the blue line. Tense on the ice. Rousseau trying to create. Wins up and fires. Goes wide of the net. Zeidel with control. Slides it to Blackburn. Clears it to the neutral zone. Montreal with a line change. Laperriere has control. To J.C. Tremblay. Plays it to Cournoyer. Cournoyer gets off a shot SC. Saved by Parent. Save number 40 for Parent. Cournoyer with 10 shots, and nothing to show for it. Gauthier in possession. Both teams change lines. Gauthier sets up the breakout. Philadelphia in possession. Gauthier had it bounce over his stick. Skates up ice. Nowhere to go. Savard gets it deep. Cournoyer wins the race to the puck. Plays it to Grant on the perimeter. Grant coughs up the puck. Both teams change lines. Watson in the defensive zone. Watson flips it out of the zone. It goes all the way down. Harris sets up the breakout. Skates up ice. Shot in by Harris. Ferguson recovers it behind the net. With a pass to Provost. Delivers it to Ferguson. He hurried and lost the puck. Rockefort in the defensive zone. Rockefort in possession. Long saucer pass to Watson. Watson passes the puck to Misuk. Misuk to Rockefort. He turns and loses control. Montreal with a line change. Moves it to Provost. Ferguson gathers in the puck. With a hard pass to J.C. Tremblay. Provost with the puck. Ferguson in control. Shoots. What a save by Parent. Rebound. Ferguson has control. Provost with the puck. Shoots the puck SC. Parent saves it. Rebound in front. Rockefort has control. Both teams change lines. Pass to Blackburn. Cleared out of trouble by Blackburn. Moved up ice by. Laperriere dumps it to the far corner. They'll chase it down. Duff comes away with the puck. Gives to J.C. Tremblay at the point. J.C. Tremblay shoots. Saved and held by Parent. Face off in the Philadelphia zone. Beliveau wins the draw cleanly. Savard in possession. With a pass to Beliveau at the left point. Taken off his stick by Dornhofer. Philadelphia with a line change. Passes to Hoekstra. Hoekstra clears the zone. Rousseau in possession. Selby hits him into the boards. Penalty called. Selby 2 o'clock, cross-checking. Philadelphia penalty to Britt Selby, 2 minutes for cross-checking, time of the penalty, 15 minutes 10 seconds. Face-off in the Philadelphia zone. Kennedy wins the face-off. Kennedy has control. With a hard pass to Gauthier. Gauthier clears it. Makes it out to the neutral zone. They'll bring it back up ice. G. Tremblay has the puck now. Needs to get rid of it. Shot in behind the Philadelphia net. Parent skates away to play it. Sweeps it behind the net for Misuk. Kennedy has it. Kennedy clears the puck. And all the way down. Philadelphia line change. Jill Tremblay in possession. To J.C. Tremblay at center. J.C. Tremblay to Rousseau. Robbed by Hoekstra. Gauthier in possession. Gauthier turns and shoots it back out. Both teams change lines. Passes to Cournoyer. Watson with a huge hit on Cournoyer. Philadelphia in possession. Watson has the puck. Passed back to Kennedy. Passes to Watson. Watson clears it. It goes all the way down. Philadelphia returns to full strength. Selby is back on the ice. Savard gains speed as he crosses the line. Passes to Cournoyer. Cournoyer in possession. Shoots the puck. Blocked by Selby. Selby in possession. Both teams change lines. Passes it to Watson. Watson plays it out of the zone. It goes all the way down. Provost gains the zone. Harris in possession. Harris has control. Harris with a slap shot. Wide of the net. Watson controls the puck. Both teams change lines. Watson in the defensive zone. Rockefort in possession. Harris drives him into the boards. Montreal in control. Cournoyer with it now. Montreal pulls its goalie. Rousseau on as an extra attacker. Savard with the puck. Wins up and fires. Parent saves it. Hoekstra has control. Rockefort at center ice. He mishandles the puck. Montreal in the neutral zone. Both teams changing. Duff skates across the blue line. Cournoyer has the puck. Moves the puck to Duff. 1 minute remaining in the third period. Gives to Beliveau. Beliveau wins up and lets it go SC. Goal. Montreal pulls within a goal. Jean Beliveau. Number 4. Parent got beat stick side low. Goal number 4 on the year for Beliveau. Assisted by Duff and Cournoyer. Timeout Philadelphia. Montreal goal scored by number 4, Jean Beliveau, number 4 of the season, assisted by number 10, Dick Duff, and by number 12, Ivan Cournoyer. Time of the goal 19 minutes 12 seconds. Face-off upcoming at center ice. Angoti wins the face-off. 48 remaining. Gives to Selby. Selby checked hard by J.C. Tremblay. Montreal in possession. Beliveau in possession. J.C. Tremblay in possession. Cournoyer to Beliveau. Gives to J.C. Tremblay. J.C. Tremblay shoots the puck. Parent with a kick save. Loose puck in the crease. J.C. Tremblay has the puck. Duff has control. Cournoyer gets control. With a slap shot. Barely saved by Parent. Rebound. Knocked away by Van Imp. J.C. Tremblay in control. J.C. Tremblay has it. Shoots it. Denied by Parent. J. Tremblay with 12 shots, no goals. Freezes the puck. Timeout Montreal. Angodi versus Beliveau. Angodi wins the face-off. Angodi in his own zone. Selby in possession. He misplayed it. Controlled by Beliveau. Montreal on the rush. Game over. The final score, Philadelphia 2, Montreal 1, shots on goal in the game, Philadelphia 22, Montreal 48, the stars of the game, first star, Bernie Parent of Philadelphia with 47 saves and 3 great saves, second star, Leon Rockefort of Philadelphia with 1 goal, and third star, John Misuk of Philadelphia with 1 goal.
And that's the final here from the Montreal Forum. An exciting finish to this one. Philadelphia comes out on top 2-1. Reviewing the scoring, it was a scoreless first period, but then 15:57 of the second, Misuk with his third goal of this season, assisted by Selby. And then in the third period, Rockefort on 9 minutes 12 seconds, and an even score. Second goal, assisted by Seidel and Hoekstra. And then things got very interesting as Montreal, trying to come back down 2-0, pulled their goalie, and with just 48 seconds left, Bellevue with his fourth goal of the season, but Montreal, too little too late, couldn't bridge the difference. They lose 2-1. Your 3 stars of the game, your Replay Sports Channel 3 stars of the game, Bernie Parent in goal, 47 saves on the night. Rockefort, our second star of the game, with a goal, and Misuk, the third star of the game, with his goal. And before we sign off, just go quickly through the other games from tonight around the NHL. Up in Minnesota, the North Stars and the Kings draw 3-3. And if we could get the box score to load here. Joyle scored first for the visitors. First minute, that was a quick goal. And then Minnesota reeled off 3 straight goals in the first period. Gauguin, Connolly, and Cullen. And then the scoring finished in the second by L.A., Menard, and Wall, both getting their first goals of the season. 3 stars of the game in that one, Menard with his goal. Cullen was the second star for Minnesota, and Connolly with his first goal. So they draw 3-3 in Minnesota. And then the woes continue in Oakland as the Pittsburgh Penguins down the Seals 3-2. Take a quick look at the summary there. Pittsburgh gets on the board first. Ingerfield, his first goal of the season. Oakland would tie things up early in the second period. Douglas with his first goal of the season. And then Pittsburgh, 2 goals in the third. Umbrerico with his 6th goal. Ingerfield would get his second goal midway through the third. Oakland would make things interesting. Douglas with his second goal, but not enough. They would lose 3-2. They fall to 0-9-2. Your 3 stars of the game, Ingerfield, Douglas, and Binkley with Pittsburgh with 38 saves in that one. Up in St. Louis, a 1-0 shutout for the Blues over the Red Wings. The only goal coming late or halfway through the first period, St. Marseille with his second goal, assisted by Melnick and McKinney. And we'll get the 3 stars of the game for you here as it's loading. Hall with 32 saves and goal for the Blues. St. Marseille with his goal. Melnick with the assist. St. Louis and Pittsburgh will be the 2 teams we will have for you in our next broadcast on our Replay Sports Channel Hockey Night broadcast. And to round up the out-of-town scoreboard, the Rangers double up the Toronto Maple Leafs 4-2. Rangers would go up 3-0. Goals by Hadfield and Nevin in the first period, Goyette in the second. Toronto would get on the scorecard midway through the second period. Walton with his 5th goal of the season. Rangers would extend their lead on Nielsen's 3rd goal of the season. Toronto would then get their 2nd and last goal, Mahovlovich, early in the 3rd period. Stars of the game there, Goyette with his goal and 4 points in that game. Nevin with a goal and 3 points. Nielsen with a goal. So those are your out-of-town results, and we'll take a quick look at the standings. New York now jumps ahead of Chicago in the East. 6-4-1 record, 13 points on the season. They're 1 point ahead of Chicago. And out west, St. Louis tied with Philadelphia on, they're 1 point ahead, 14-13. They're 6-2-2. Philadelphia 5-1-3. So want to take a moment and thank all of you again for watching NHL 67 Replay here on the Replay Sports Channel. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon. Have a great one.